They're pretty raw. We'll talk about that today. Um, I also got a couple of comments. I appreciate that. I hope to respond to those comments. I just haven't gotten around to it just yet. Um, so what do you want to talk about today? So before I even start, I just want to explain a little bit what it is that I'm trying to do with my channel. Um, I want to share with those who are viewing and the people out there, um, my own personal experiences, in the sense that anything I share on the channel moving forward is not going to be from books that I read. It's not going to be from videos that I watched. It's not going to be from things that I've heard. It's going to be things that I myself either experienced myself, or I've experienced with clients that I've worked with, or both. Many of the ideas and the concepts that we'll talk about are things that I've developed together with clients. So I actually appreciate feedback, whether it's from a client and hopefully from the videos, any feedback that I get, because that will help me develop the ideas. And the reason why I think this is so important is because I want very much that it shouldn't just be, okay, here's another guru, even though I'm not sure I am a guru, but here's just another guru, do these 10 things and life's going to be amazing. And as we go through today's video specifically, I'm going to show you how I'm utilizing the idea that I want to talk about today in today's video. So that's the first thing I want to put down. So things are going to be a little bit unprofessional, if you want to call it, not polished. It's going to be raw. It's going to be real. I know that for some people that makes them uncomfortable, and I'm totally fine with that. But I also know that a lot of people are looking for that. And the truth is, if I want to be honest with myself and in turn honest with you, that's the only way I can do it. I don't work well at all trying to do something that somebody else thinks I should do, or how I should do it, etc. So come what may, that's how it's going to be. And the truth is, to add on to that, this is exactly what I spoke about in my first two videos. That had I had the opportunity to go back to myself from 10 years ago, I would just tell them, just do whatever it is that you want. And what I want to do is to be raw, to be real, and to be authentic, genuine. And I hope I'm able to convey that through the videos that I make going forward. So that's the first thing. So I want to share today something specifically on the topic of anxiety. Now, why do I want to talk about anxiety? So in my work that I've done with clients, and I've met hundreds of clients in the few short years I've been working with clients, both in coaching and in counseling. And I have clients that come in for all different reasons, whether it's addiction, whether it's other challenges, relationship challenges, all different areas of life. And the one thing I've noticed that almost to a T, every single client that I've met to some extent has anxiety as well. And I realized with some time, because I got the experience, like we spoke earlier today, that in order for a person to really grow in life, they need to be able to work with that anxiety. Now, anxiety seems to be a very difficult thing to work with. And I hope to make multiple videos on it, because I believe very strongly this is both for myself, because I myself suffer from anxiety. Right now, I'm anxious. I'm nervous about making this video, just being straight, raw. But I also see that anxiety doesn't allow people just to be the people they want to be. And with time, I've developed, together with my clients, a modality, if you want to call it, or a way to approach anxiety, so that they can actually start to see and experience success in their life and to do the things they want to do and be the person that they want to be, and appreciate that through the process. So today we're going to focus on what I believe is step number one. Now, as I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I'm very nervous making this video, and I'm telling you that for a specific reason, because eventually we'll get back to it. So what's the point that I want to bring out in regards to anxiety? So the first thing is, as we can probably all relate to, anxiety for most people makes them feel very, very stuck, in the sense that we know what we want. Or at least we think we know what we want. There's certain things that we want in life. There's certain places we want to get to in life. There's certain ways that we want things for us to change. And for some reason, anxiety gets in our way. So what I've learned about anxiety, to start to get to the first step on working with anxiety, the most important thing, and I believe this wholeheartedly, the most important thing that a person needs to consider, think about, really integrate into his system or her system is that your anxiety is not you. What I mean by that is as simple as those words. I'm not saying some deep philosophical, spiritual, mystical thing. It's very simple. The step number one to work with anxiety is for a person to understand and to realize and to believe fully that their anxiety is not them. Now, what can we do with that? We'll see. Well, that we'll talk about in future videos. Today, I'm going to focus more on how does a person get to that point. And I'll give you a simple technique, I don't know the term to use other than a real simple technique, and how to start building that concept in your brain that slowly your brain will learn to recognize that there's two things going on. And that is that there's a me or a you, and then there's anxiety. And to share with you, I see that this is probably the biggest key when it comes to working with anxiety, that once a client really integrates this, and with myself as well, they start seeing significant change in their life. Now, of course, there's a lot more work that has to come after that. Like I said, we'll discuss that moving forward. However, to start, the most important key, the most important factor is that you and your anxiety are not one and the same. And the reason why that's so important is because it's going to come up throughout the entire process, whether it's in the beginning, whether it's in the middle, whether it's at the end. Because as we will speak in future videos, whatever anxiety is, it never really gives up. It will never stop. It will always be there in one way or another. So we need to really be able to, in order to get through a process in our life, whatever that may be, from point A to point B, where A represents the beginning and B represents the end, we need to always hold on to the fact that there's two things happening. There's me and there's anxiety. And those two things are not the same. So you might be thinking, explain that to me. What's an example of that? So before I give you an example, which I'm going to give you a personal example in this video itself, I'm going to tell you the technique. I'm going to share with you the technique that you can use to start building those two, what I like to call two wavelengths in your head, in your mind. And that is, anytime you're in a situation where you're not sure what to do, and you're asking yourself, how do I move forward? What should I do? Etc. Whatever else might be going through your head. Ask yourself a simple question. What is the and what is the anxiety? Again, I'm going to repeat that because it's as simple as that. When you're in a situation, you're in a whatever it may be, where you're unsure how to proceed, or you're not sure what you should be doing next, or how to go about doing something. Just ask yourself a simple question. Ask, what's me? When I look at this entire picture in front of me, what is me? What's the anxiety? Now, Another thing I want to share with you in regards to this question is the most important factor of this question is we're not looking for answers. We're not here to identify just yet what is you and what is the anxiety. We'll get there eventually. In the beginning, the first step is to start building those two pathways in your mind. There's a pathway. I start realizing, wow, there's a me, there's an anxiety. There's a me, there's an anxiety. I want this, my anxiety wants that. That's the key. And the way we build new pathways in our mind is through questions. That's what I've seen as well. Another thing we'll discuss another time. But for now, one of the most powerful ways how we can build new concepts in our mind is through questions. So just through asking the question yourself over and over and over again, what is me? What is my anxiety? What is me? What is my anxiety? Or what do I want? What does my anxiety want? You will see with time, and I've seen, I can say 100% success with this. With time, you're going to see, wow, there's two forces here. This is what I want, and this is what my anxiety wants. So let's get to a practical example. Earlier in today's video, I share with you that I'm very nervous. I'm making this video. Yeah, I am. I'm anxious. And I've been thinking about it for a while. And I stopped and I asked myself, what's me? What's my anxiety? What is it that I want? Or what is it that my anxiety wants? And once I did that, it became crystal clear for me exactly what's happening. I want to make this video. I want to make this video for myself. I want to make this video for those who are watching. I want to make this video because I want to work on exposing myself out in the world, because I believe that that's where my success lies. Now, that wasn't so easy for me to share with you, but like I said, it's going to be raw. So those are the reasons why I want to do it. But my anxiety is telling me, don't do it. Stop. What if people aren't accepting? What if people make fun of you? What if people are degrading? What if people won't appreciate it? You hear the anxiety? There's me, or there's anxiety. And that's why as I'm sitting here, I'm nervous. As I'm talking and sharing with you and speaking it out, I have to be honest, the nervousness is coming down, the anxiety is coming down, but I am nervous and I am anxious and I'm doing it anyways. Because I stopped and I asked myself, what's me? What is me saying? What would I want to do? What is it that where do I want to be and how am I going to get there? And the answer to that question is by getting your name out, getting your face out, being seen by others, sharing with others. And yes, people will be unaccepting, and that's okay. But there's going to be many people that will accept, and there'll be many people that will gain from it. And that's ultimately where I want to go with this. I want to share my own personal experiences with others so that they can gain from it. But at the same time comes the anxiety and says, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to be exposed. You're going to be seen by others. Other people are going to know things about you. Now, anxiety many times, as we will learn, doesn't really make so much sense. But that's what it says, to try to stop you from doing it. So hopefully that example clarifies this concept for you in regards to how to get our work started with anxiety. So again, the most powerful factor, concept, or any other term you'd like to use that I have found with working with anxiety has been, and still is, learning and training our mind and integrating into our system that there's two forces at the same time, and that there's me and the anxiety, and anxiety is not me. And the most powerful way of doing that is by constantly repeating and asking the question, what's me? What's my anxiety? Like I said, it's not important in the beginning to know which is which. You'll figure it out because it's intuitive. I'll be honest with you, 90% of the time, you're going to be correct because it's intuitive. Everyone knows what they really want, and everyone knows that anxiety is trying to stop them from it. But we don't have to put that into the first step. The first step is building those two pathways in the mind. Okay, so I just want to say thank you to whoever viewed or is viewing this video. Really appreciate it. You're helping me in my process of learning to be me and not giving into my anxiety. And I hope that it's going to help you as well. And hopefully it will. And I appreciate it. Thank you.